This is why I chose Autel. So, as many of you know, I crashed my Evo a few weeks ago towards the end of June. It was a 100% pilot error crash. I was flying backwards and struck a tree. Gimbal was the only thing that was broken after the drone fell 105 feet to the ground. After a little while at Autel, it is now back here with me. And I just want to talk about the process that went through to get the drone back and why I much prefer Autel over the other company. Let me just get this open first, because I can't talk and I cannot talk and do this at the same time. Oh, they packed it tight. Holy cow! Okay, perfect. Now, have the drone, and they made me send it back in the original packaging, which makes sense because it's perfect for how it's built. There we go. It's warm. And it makes sense, this is all black packaging. Must have absorbed a lot of heat. So this is the same exact drone I sent to them. It's my Evo. They don't, unlike DJI's system where they give you a new refurbished one, Autel just repairs your own drone, which I much prefer because I'd like to keep the same drone, you know. I've gone through like 3 sparks, it's crazy. But anyways, yeah. I don't know why I took the sticker off and put it up there. I don't know why I did that. I'm gonna put the gimbal protector back on. I really don't like how the gimbal flops around. That's the one thing that scares me. But yeah, it looks super good. And it's so good to have it back after, almost 4 weeks. I'm always afraid I'm gonna break the gimbal when putting it in the thing. But they improved that on the Evo 2 series, which is awesome. But yeah, I'm gonna put the box and the drone on my shelf. And yeah. So one of the greatest things about this whole, endeavor from start to finish is that Autel was very transparent the entire time, which was such a great thing. When I was doing repairs with DJI back when I was using the Spark as my primary drone, they would constantly just be rushing through the process of telling me what's going to happen, and they didn't really seem to care about my drone or me as a customer, which really did not sit well, and eventually there was a very big issue which involved in me sending both my drone and controller to DJI to get repaired, and they only repaired the drone and not the controller. They sent me back after charging me for the controller, and then I had to send it back again. And then I had to get on the phone with the supervisor of customer support and talk with him, and only then were we able to figure out the issue. But it took such a long process, which should not have even happened in the first place. Autel, I never had to deal with anything like that. Their customer support team is absolutely such a blessing in the drone world, because I have never had greater customer support from pretty much any company, whether it be drones or not. Autel really makes you feel valued as a customer, and they're always there, and they're knowledgeable. They actually know stuff about their drones. They have good microphone quality. You can easily understand them. And they're also very friendly people. I was on the phone with one of the dudes, I forget his name now, but he was so friendly, and we just started talking about our Evos. He also owned an Evo, since he works for them. Why wouldn't he? And he was talking about how he crashed his, and how his is also in line for repair, and that was pretty funny, but we had a good talk about that, and it's just the experience. It's what they do as a company that makes you feel welcome, and throughout this process, even though it took a long time, they did it really well. And they're super transparent about everything on every step of the way. And although it did take a while, there's a pandemic going around. They're definitely slower now because of this, but it wasn't the end of the world because I had a backup drone which I could use while it was gone. Shipping it out there was not the quickest thing, but getting it back here was really fast. I was talking with one of the customer support reps, and he said that the drone had not yet been repaired yet, and it had been there for 2 weeks already, just sitting in the queue. They had a queue because lots of people had crashed their drone or needed repair for it. So it was in the queue, and then that very day after I called them, they repaired it, and then they sent it back with expedited overnight shipping. Now, the man on the call, I forget his name, but he was really nice, and he was like, yeah, if we can do, we will try our best to get this back to you as quickly as possible. I didn't realize that they're going to do overnight expedited shipping. I don't know if that's what they normally do, and I didn't even have to ask for that. They just did it, but that was pretty awesome. Everyone at Autel, you all are awesome, and thank you for doing what you do. And that's why I really value Autel as a company, and why I will continue to buy their products in the future. I hope to eventually buy an Evo 2 Pro, since that's an awesome drone. But that's down the road. Also, shout out to Taylor on the customer support team. He was the one who got most of my case started, and he was very helpful throughout the whole process, and he is legendary. He was carrying all of Autel's support team on his back, because for a while I think he was the only one there. They're all great, and they all do a great job at what they do, but for my case, Taylor was there most of the time, and he did a really great job. But yeah, anyways, that's my experience with Autel. Tomorrow I'm going to be, well, this video is going up a whole week after I film it. So anyways, tomorrow I'm going to test the batteries out, especially the battery that crashed, and I have an extra battery that I haven't opened yet. I'm just going to see if they run properly, just holding the drone in the air, flying the whole battery down to like 10% or so, and then checking to see if there's any issues with the drone, any damage to the battery, and then I'll determine if I can fly with it or not. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you haven't already, be sure to drop a like and subscribe so you can see all my future drone videos, and see you all in the next one. Peace.